This week on Game Changers, we focus on Mr. Joseph Kyungu, the Executive Director of Heritage Insurance. Welcome so much to the show, sir. Tell us a bit about yourself. Who is Mr. Joseph Kyungu? Tell us about your family. Tell us about the Executive Director that works here at Heritage Insurance.
I'm born again, and I come from Machakos. And yes, I grew up in a family that did not know Christ, and yeah, it's me who introduced them to church. Well, many years, my family is from a very humble beginning, and one way or another, I thought I had to seek the Lord to guide me because I'm the firstborn, and I knew somebody somewhere has to come from somewhere to guide me, to make sure that the family is taken care of properly. And it is then I went to see a certain pastor, and he told me the best thing to do is just come to church. You find your friend, and your friend is God, and God will take you and your family out of this poverty, and you see the light of the day. And that's exactly what I did. He was a Salvation Army pastor, and I went to church. I remember it was way back in early 70s, late 60s. I was about 18, and that's when I knew Christ. And straight away, I just got deeply involved in Christ, and I mean church matters. I went to Sunday school. I became a Sunday school teacher. I became the head, and yes, I was teaching all the other Sunday school teachers, and yes, that's how I grew up. And since then to date, I'm deeply involved in church matters, and of course, I know God lives and God is there for me. I've never regretted since the day I knew Christ.
You mentioned you're a family man. Tell us a bit about that.
I'm a very committed family man. I have a wife. I have 6 children. One wife, no girlfriends, no second wives, no nothing, just one wife. My wife used to be one of my Sunday school teachers, and we used to be together those many years. And God has blessed us. We are a very happy family, a very happy couple. He has blessed us with 6 children. And very unfortunately, my second-born, he was a country director in Uganda. He was poisoned last year, but one.
We're so sorry, sir, for the loss of your son.
So we are now left with 5 children, and they're all grown-ups. They have all done their university studies, and they are all working. The last born is also a manager with a bank. So I thank God for that.
What are you passionate about other than what you do here? What really drives you?
I think I love my work. I love my work. In fact, even when I retire or whenever, I don't know what I shall do because I just love my work. And as I've just told you, every day I'm here in the office at 5:30 every morning. 5:30 in the morning, I'm seated in my office. If I'm late for whatever reason, I'm here before 6. And I just love it. I just love working for this company. I love my work because I believe insurance is in my blood, and that is the gospel that I preach within the company. This is a company that has taken care of me. This is a company that has spent a lot of money on me, educating me in the UK, on a professional courses, professional insurances, management courses, and I owe it to this company. And that's why I decided I just work for this company, and the day that I say I'm fed up with employment, I'll retire from this company.
If you're to live your life all over again, having gone through what you've gone through, having seen what you've seen, are there some mistakes you've made and you'll correct and reorganize your life?
Looking back, I think I've been very careful, I've been very consistent, and I sincerely thank the Lord because I don't know what it is that I would change. Because, as I said, I have tried as a human being to try and be a family man. I've tried to take care of my parents who are long gone. They all went to be with the Lord many years ago. They left me with their children, and I've taken care of them to date. And really, he gave me again the wisdom to choose my friends. I remember immediately I did my Form 4. My friends, I knew they would not offer me anything because what they were doing, those went to school together, that's what I mean. They were just drinking. And all what I did, because I didn't want to get into that company, I chose my friends as the old men. I can name them, but I don't think it's good to name them. At that young age, I became friends with people I knew who had made progress in life because I wanted to be associated with those people. I wanted them to mentor me. I wanted them to tell me how I can become a responsible family man or responsible person who would take care of my parents and my future, to mentor my future and whatever. Therefore, I would say really going back, I think I would 90% of what I have been doing is what I would just repeat doing that. Yeah. But friendship, before you choose any friend, just ask yourself, what is it that is going to give you? Is it somebody who will get you into trouble? Is it somebody who would add value to your tomorrow? Is it somebody who follows the path of the Lord? You have to ask a lot of questions. Yeah, don't just get into it for the sake of it.
You served this company for so many years.
I have served this company since day one. I've been here since 1975. 75 is when I was employed by Norwich Union. 76 is when Heritage was formed, and I was there on day one because I'm one of the few who were taken over by the new company. And since then, I've been here. I'm now the executive director of Heritage, having come all the way from a very junior clerk to what I am here. I owe it to the Lord and my employer, and they have given me all the trainings that I need in the UK, South Africa, all over.
What is your advice to young people who keep on jumping from one job to another? Is there some reward to being patient in one job?
Patience pays. Don't run around for a few shillings and what have you. Just stay on. So long as you're happy working for that company, don't just move because of money. I know money is important, but it should never be number one. It's your career that matters and your future that matters. I would say don't just run because another company has given you another 2 shillings, 20,000 shillings. It's your career that matters. I've had so many people who have left this company and they've had to come back, or some are long gone. And therefore, patience pays. Focus about your future. Focus about your family. As you stay on there, remember you also have your pension accumulating. The moment you start moving from one job to another job to another, remember you are squandering your pension. But if you are on one company, and I'm saying provided that company is stable, provided you are being taken care of, provided everything, almost everything, you can never get everything right. So long as you enjoy what you're doing, so long as you're happy with that company, so long as the company is stable, don't put money as your number one. Be there. You have to do your calculations properly before you leave.
You're a parent to 6 children, most of whom are already working, and you look so young. What advice do you have for young people? What mistakes do we make, and what do you normally advise your own children?
I have 2 girls and 4 boys, and the 2 girls, they went for their university studies in Australia. But before they leave, because when I came here, I just, even today, I live a very humble life, and I took them to Kibera, Kule Matopeni, where I was staying, even as a manager here. And I said, no, Daddy, you cannot lie to us. Apa? No way. Where were your Prados? Nobody can believe. But that is nothing but the root truth.
What is your advice to young people?
One mistake the young fellows are doing is that they are taking life for granted. And that is a very serious mistake. You got to sit and plan your life, even when you are in school. Plan it. Plan your life. What is it that you want? How do you want your future to be? Who do you want to live like? You got to know people around you. You got to know successful people. And the moment you identify a person you want to follow his footsteps, approach that person, sit with him. Let him advise you what you should do, the don'ts and the do's and the don'ts. Make sure that you do that. Please don't just move around drinking with your peer group. Don't get involved with ladies and whatever. You choose one thing at a time. If it's education, just get into education. After education, there will be time for you now to look for a family. After family, get to your job. Drinking is one thing I know has really spoiled our children. Drinking and drinking and drinking. That drinking will never take you anywhere. The other thing is, listen to your parents. Listen to your parents. I know as young people, you may think that your parents are old-fashioned. These are people with wisdom. These are people who have gone through hell. These are people, when they tell you don't do this, they know why they are telling you that. There's no way they can tell you don't do this when they know it's a good thing. Listen carefully, be obedient to them, and just listen, obey your parents. And at the end of the day, you never regret.
There you have it, guys. A man who has gone through hell and back, but he has a fantastic story about Heritage Insurance and the God that he serves. Join us next Sunday for another inspiring testimony and interview right here on Tukuza.